Good morning. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. So happy Wednesday. Here's Nathan with the announcements.
Good morning. Today is Wednesday, February 15th, and it's a white day. All 9th grade health classes, please remember to meet in Fuller Basement for class today. Student government will not have a regular meeting this week. Look for an email from Rory asking for some feedback later today. Tomorrow is the deadline to register for the SAT exam happening on March 22nd. Please stop by the guidance office with questions. Spring athletics are right around the corner. Complete the survey in your STJ Labs email to let the athletic department know your preference for a team. Practices will begin March 20th. Attention international students. Any student wanting to take the March 18th TOEFL must register by February 23rd. A link to register for the March TOEFL has been sent to your STJ Labs email. See Mrs. McCaffrey in the guidance office with any questions. Attention seniors, the 2023 Locally Social Community Scholarship application is open. This scholarship is available to residents of St. Johnsbury, Waterford, Barnet, Peacham, Danville, or Walden, and is open to graduates attending a college or university, doing a gap year, or joining the workforce. 2 winners will each receive $2,500. Hard copies are available for pickup at Locally Social on Portland Street. Deadline is March 1st. Apply today. Attention all those interested in auditioning for the spring musical, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. The audition info is on the Academy Theater Canvas page and will be available in front of the black box. If you would like to be added to the Academy Theater Canvas page, please email Mr. Walker. Today, after school, there will be an audition workshop in the black box where Mr. Walker will answer your questions about the production and the auditions and will teach the dance audition combination and part of a song from the show, Go, 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 Joe. An important announcement from the Make It Better Club. Tomorrow, the recharge room in the library will finally go live. Look for the signs that guide you to the space. Remember to only use the room when you feel stressed. Use it for only 10 to 15 minutes, clean up after yourself, and please put away the screens. Most importantly, de-stress and feel better. We appreciate your efforts and hope that this will be a great addition to how we support strong mental health at STJ. Ice climbing is here. The Outing Club is taking you outside for some ice on Saturday, the 18th. That's this Saturday. Want to grab medieval weaponry and swing it into frozen waterfalls? Of course you do. You must see Mr. Weiss for permission slips and boot sizing, so get yourself to Colby 209 ASAP to secure a spot on the trip. No experience necessary and all gear will be provided. Let's get after it. Take some time for yourself and learn how to manage stress. We invite you to come learn about meditation, breathing, and developing patterns to keep the stress away. We offer a quiet space and gentle teaching. Please join us in the Meditation Club on Thursdays in Newell Hall 10 at 3:30 after conference period. Join us for Knitting Club this afternoon from 3:45 to 4:45 in Severance 16. We have all the supplies and expertise you need to start a new project or finish an old one. Come join the Outing Club tomorrow after school as we travel to North Country Climbing Center to get those forearm muscles prepared for the ice climbing trip this Saturday. We will be leaving Brantview Drive at 3:40 and returning by 5:30. Anyone is welcome to come free of charge and no experience is necessary. See Mr. Holden, Mr. Weiss, or Mr. Brown for details. Dare to explore. The Makerspace will be open this afternoon for creativity and camaraderie. See you in Streeter 141 starting at 3:45. March Book Madness is coming. The library needs your help. We want to know, what were your favorite books when you were younger? Maybe it was a picture book like The Velveteen Rabbit. Maybe a chapter book or a series like The Chronicles of Narnia. Maybe you had all sorts of favorites. Please check your email for a message entitled March Book Madness and complete the questionnaire. Your answers will be tabulated, and the 16 most popular books from way back when will then go head-to-head through March Madness. Thank you. And happy birthday today to Levi Breton, John Scrimgore, and Connor Turner. Happy birthday. In upcoming sports, we have Alpine at Smugs at 9:45, Kingdom Blades at U32 at 4:15. Please dismiss the team at 1:45. Boys JVB basketball at BFA St. Albans tournament at 5. Please dismiss the team at 2:45. Varsity and JV girls basketball at Essex at 5:30 and 7. Please dismiss the teams at 2. And boys ice hockey at Northfield at 6:30. Please dismiss the teams at 3:30. Thank you. Have an excellent day.
All right, thank you, Nathan. And now please join me in welcoming Mr. Jones and Mr. Dembski with an announcement about next year's field semester.
All right. Hello, my friends. I'm Mr. Jones. This is Mr. Dembski, and we will be teaching field semester next fall. We just want to tell you a little bit about what field semester actually is, especially the changes that are coming from previous years. Okay. So field semester is a 3-block class, A, B, and C block. It happens both on our field campus, which is about 2 miles away from here, and various sites throughout the Northeast Kingdom. You're going to get 3 credits for this. 2 of those will be college credits. 1 will fulfill the junior science credit, and then the other will be AOI or capstone, depending on if you're a junior or a senior. Again, we're really place-based in the Northeast Kingdom, and we're going to focus on research, both field ecology, natural history, and the history and culture of Vermont.
Yeah, so the course is roughly divided into 3 courses, so we're going to run down a little bit of each of those. First, natural and cultural history of Vermont, which is going to both have a college credit from the Vermont State University system and a junior science credit. We're going to be looking at largely sort of natural and cultural systems in the region, both sort of through interviews, historical documents, field experiments, all sorts of different stuff, talking to people, looking at places, thinking about it, and sort of applying the way that people here think about the landscape through human interactions.
The next credit is going to be field ecology, another credit through the Vermont State University system. And this is going to be really hands-on. We're going to be using different field methods, designing different experiments, collecting data, and analyzing that data, really to look at some of the questions that we might ask in that previous course that Mr. Dembski just mentioned.
And then this last credit is a little bit different depending on whether you'll be taking the course as a junior or a senior. So if you will be a junior, so current sophomores, if you would like to take the course, you would be doing this as a junior, and you'd complete your junior English rhetoric and composition credit as part of this course. So that's mostly going to focus on American environmental writing, just kind of thinking about cultural impacts of nature and science, reading about it, thinking about it, having discussions, and ultimately the research paper that is written at the end of the junior class, the AOI, is going to be focused on a topic from the course.
Similarly, senior capstone, so current juniors, rising seniors, will be getting that capstone credit through this class, and it'll focus as well on issues that we've done or looked at in the class. So you could have a true research experiment, or you could focus on some environmental issue in the Northeast Kingdom that we've touched on already. So if you're thinking about, like, should I apply for this, these are students who it would be a really good idea for. So one, you gotta be a rising junior or senior. And then we're looking for students who are interested in pursuing this further on. So if you're thinking about going to college for environmental science, biology, ecology, natural resources, environmental humanities, forestry, wildlife, any of those things, it would be a really good fit, and it would look really good on your resume coming in with 2 college credits and these really hands-on research projects that can set you apart from others in the application process.
So if you're interested in field semester, soon we're going into guidance. And so you're going to be meeting with your guidance counselor soon, so please bring up your interest in the program. Additionally, if you don't know what we look like at present, we've enclosed both of our faces, so as sort of a reference point. And you can either find Mr. Jones in Streeter 237 or myself sort of around Ranger 215. Yeah, all right, thank you, folks.
Thank you both. It strikes me every time I hear about one of our programs just how what outstanding offerings we do have and that you're able to take advantage of. Encourage you to consider what you've just heard, and if it does pique your interest, start asking questions and find out whether that's a fit. But I think I can speak for most of the adults around the room that we see a presentation like that, and most of us think, wow, I wish I could have done something like that when I was in school. So great opportunities. It's been a few chapels since I've had the opportunity to deliver a short message. We've had a lot going on in chapel, and this message has been on my mind for a bit. I've been watching our students in action over the last week since we've returned. I've been looking at some of the great things that adults have been doing on campus, and it struck me that we are a community that serves one another very, very well. When I think a little bit about the folks who are around me in Colby and my team, folks who are very much interested in supporting certainly the students, but the adults and ultimately the students through those adults, I'm struck by the number of folks who are interested in others' needs and growth and well-being, and they often put the needs of others before their own. And so in a time where I think it's important to note that self-health and your own well-being, we need to take care of ourselves. I think part of that at times involves turning our lens outward, at least in part, to look at where others' needs are. And so I think about, again, the folks who serve, and as they do so, I think that there are many, many benefits for the person who is serving as well. And I would consider those folks to be servant leaders, and their style is service. So typically, think about the folks around you who serve well, who think of others before themselves. My guess is that they exhibit at least some of these following traits very, very well, and for some of the folks who may come to mind, one or the other trait may really stand out. But think about the people in your lives. Could be at home, certainly, and family members fit into this. But think about people on campus who are excellent listeners. They give you their full attention. They try not to interrupt. They're good at noticing the nonverbal cues when you're communicating with them. Those are folks who tend to be servant leaders and service-oriented. Think about those folks in your lives who are self-aware. So they consider how their own actions affect others, and they're very conscious of what's happening around them and how they fit within a community. So they're self-aware folks. Most of the leaders who serve also lead by example. So again, I've seen great examples. We just saw one yesterday with Jalen and Celine. Very empathetic, obviously tragic situation, but calling us to action. And they could have stood by and let someone else deliver that message, someone who's speaking up here on Fuller Stage, but they did it themselves. It was meaningful to them, and they led by example and are leading us forward. Servant leaders tend to have a growth mindset. They're never done learning. They're never done adapting and taking in what they hear from others, right? And so to be able to serve well and to lead through that service, they tend to be thinking about how they can listen to you, hear your perspective, and take that in before they make decisions, perhaps. Those same folks encourage collaboration when possible, and again, they tend to be very empathetic to those around them. They understand those around them on a deep level, and they want to help, and most importantly, when needed, they want to heal. And so again, my guess is that when you think about these traits, one or two people in our community, students, adults, doesn't matter, two people in our community come to mind for you. Perhaps these are folks who are close or folks that you're just getting to know this semester. But to me, people who exhibit these traits tend to be good leaders, and I'd characterize, again, their leadership as servant-focused. When I thought about this, so in asking you through this talk to consider the folks who are good servant leaders around you, I thought of one, and actually I was hoping she would be here in chapel on the day I delivered this message because I want to thank her, but I'm on stage today because she's not here, and that's Ms. Hanson. But all the traits that I just talked about, for me, the first person that came to mind was Ms. Hanson, Banaka Hanson. So someone who has just joined our community and does these things so well, who's so invested in your lives and in the lives of those who impact you. She does this really, really well. So I'd encourage you, and what I'm going to do as a follow-up is I'm going to simply write Ms. Hanson a card and say thank you for being such an excellent leader on our campus, for serving so many around us. And I encourage you to think about who those folks are in your lives and on campus too, and perhaps reach out verbally or in writing and just say thank you for serving others in our community so well. I wish you a great day, faculty.